All right, Learning Plan 2B Assignments. This is where you're going to be doing your first video recording, and there are instructions on how to do that attached here in the learning plan. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to find one of your peers, a family member or a friend or an acquaintance, and you're going to have a 30-minute session with them. They can discuss whatever it is that they want to discuss. Try to keep it light. We don't want anything too heavy because your focus while being present with the client is also your demonstration of the skills on the scoring guide, which I'll get to here in a minute. So you're going to ask someone to participate with you. You're going to have a webcam, and you're going to audio video record yourself in the session. And the best way to do this is you can have a side profile of both of you, and then you're going to upload it to YouTube. So if you're unfamiliar with how to do that, work with YouTube, there is this attachment in the learning plan on how to do that, how to access your webcam, record yourself, and then upload it to YouTube. It's pretty simple, straightforward process. If you have questions, let me know. Also, then after you record it and you upload it to YouTube, one of the things you want to keep in mind is you want to make the video private because you don't want the entire world seeing your video. And the instructions on the YouTube handout will tell you how to do that. And then you're going to upload it to Blackboard. You're going to embed it in Blackboard as an item. And this is the instruction sheet on how to do that. All right. Now the scoring guide. This is what you should have in front of you when you're working with your client. And this assignment is worth 25 points. And so you have different criteria that you need to meet. And I just want to spend a couple minutes on the HIPAA and mandated reporting. Basically, you're going to explain to your client that everything that is said in the session is confidential, except for you're going to release that to your instructor for grading purposes for the course. There's also some other exceptions. One of the main exceptions that you need to discuss is that if the client states that they want to harm themselves or harm someone else, then that has to be reported. And if the client discusses a minor, someone who is considered a minor in the state of Wisconsin, and there is abuse or neglect going on, that has to be reported as well. So you can explain those to the client, and it'd be good to explain those at the beginning of the session and at the start of each session that you do. All right, eye contact, body position, facial expression, voice tone, all these are nonverbals that I'll be able to view as you work through the session with the client. Make sure you're making good eye contact, your body position, you're not slouching or folding your arms, acting like you don't want to be there. Facial expression should be neutral, or to match whatever the client's facial expression is, and same thing with the voice tone. You're going to be demonstrating reflections, affirmations, closed questions, open questions, and you're going to give a summary to the client to wrap up the session. The recording should last 20 minutes. I would suggest that you actually have the recording last 30 minutes, and then that way you have plenty of opportunity to demonstrate the skills. Your start and end time should be on your recording, which I believe is it's part of a YouTube video anyway, so it's not something you necessarily need to worry about. And then you're going to be writing a paragraph and submitting that as well. And so this number 17 through 24 is what will be included in your paragraph. So you're going to go through and answer the questions. And if you have questions about that, let me know. Once again, this assignment is worth 25 points. You only have 2 of these assignments for this course, so it's very important that you learn right away kind of how we're working this assignment. All right, and the other 2 assignments that you have for this learning plan is the reflection entry, and we're going to be discussing values here. So make sure you read the instructions, and then you also have the discussion board post. Now, if you're in the virtual college, you just need to make your post to the discussion board section and you're done. If you're in the regular online version, you need to follow the rubric and you need to interact with your other peers in the discussion board as part of your assignment. So if there's any questions about that, feel free to reach out to me. I think that pretty much does it, and let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next learning plan.